You! What is going on in the industry right now? Fans are shook, Twitter is in flames, and Reddit threads are going wild after a private jail call. Yes, a real-life jail call, allegedly featuring rising alt R&B star D4vd, just leaked online. And when I tell y'all, this call wasn't just some innocent lil check-in. No, this was drama, confession, and possibly even blackmail all rolled into one chaotic, unfiltered audio clip that's got the internet spinning. In the 2-minute leak that surfaced late last night, a voice, reportedly D4vd's, is heard clashing with an unnamed female, throwing around accusations, secret relationships, and even claims that someone set him up. Whew, we're talking betrayal, industry snakes, and one bombshell after another. It's giving Lifetime movie meets trap soap opera vibes, and fans don't know what to believe anymore. Was it a lover, a label, a close friend, or worse, family? Now everyone's asking the same question. Why was D4vd locked up in the first place? And who recorded this call? You won't believe the names being dragged into this scandal. This story's got layers on layers, and you know we had to break it all the way down. Grab your popcorn, because this one's crazy. Let's get into it. So, boom. The leak dropped around 2:14 AM on a random fan page with barely 800 followers. No one was even paying attention at first. It was just a low-quality clip titled D4vd Exposed. Jail call? But within an hour, it was like a digital earthquake. Fans scrambled to download the audio before it got taken down, and what they heard, it was nothing short of explosive. The voice in the recording was low, calm at first, but there was a sharp edge to it. People who follow D4vd closely say they recognized his tone immediately. The conversation was between him and a mystery woman. Some say she sounded familiar, maybe an ex, maybe someone from his crew. Nobody could confirm yet. What's crazy is how quick it went from small talk to full-on chaos. "You know what you did," the voice said. "I never would have ended up in here if it wasn't for you." Then silence, a shaky breath. Then the woman replied, "Don't act like you didn't know what you were getting into. You wanted this life." That's when the clip cut off, but baby, that was enough. Fans immediately started digging. Twitter threads popped up faster than rain. The speculations were wild. Some said D4vd was set up by someone close. Others believed he was covering for someone else, maybe even taking a charge that wasn't his. And just when people thought it couldn't get crazier, someone posted a second part of the call. This one even messier. In the second leak, the woman's voice gets louder. She's clearly emotional. "You think I wanted this? You think I wanted to watch you fall? You did this to yourself." And that's when D4vd, or the voice alleged to be him, snapped back with, "Nah, you knew the feds was watching me. You knew what that text would do. You lined me up." Boom. Twitter went feral. That line, "You lined me up," that was all fans needed to hear. Theories started flying. Screenshots from old Instagram lives, backstage clips, even deleted tweets from months ago resurfaced. Fans started pointing fingers at a few women D4vd had been seen with during his last tour. One name that kept popping up, a girl named Neve. She was a low-key stylist who had been traveling with D4vd's team earlier this year. Nothing ever seemed suspicious about her, until now. Fans pulled receipts showing Neve posting cryptic captions around the same time D4vd allegedly got picked up by authorities. One post in particular said, "Watch how quick they turn on you when it's convenient," with a snake emoji. Now it's got folks convinced she was sending a message. But here's where it gets even crazier. Verified account claiming to be D4vd's cousin, someone named Malachi, posted on his close friend story. All I'ma say is, they used love to trap him. Etched deeper than music. Screenshots leaked, and now everyone wanted to know, was D4vd in love with the person who set him up? Behind the scenes, sources say D4vd's team is scrambling. His label hasn't made any public statement, but a close friend of the family, who asked to stay anonymous, told us, "This is not what it looks like." People are running with stories without knowing the full truth. David is innocent. He got caught in a situation trying to protect someone he cared about. So now fans are torn. One half thinks D4vd got caught slipping, maybe got involved with the wrong girl, and now he's paying the price. The other half believes it's all being taken out of context. Maybe the call isn't real. Maybe it's AI. Maybe someone's trying to destroy his image on purpose. But here's the thing. This ain't the first time D4vd's name has been surrounded by quiet rumors. A few months back, there were whispers that he was beefing with someone in his circle. Nothing ever came out publicly, but fans noticed a few of his day ones stopped appearing in his stories. He even unfollowed 2 members of his creative team. Could this be connected? People close to the situation say yes, One source told us, the energy changed ever since that Europe tour. David stopped trusting people. He felt like folks was trying to eat off his name without contributing anything real. And let's not forget, D4vd blew up fast. Like real fast. From making songs in his sister's closet to touring the world in less than 2 years. That kind of rise? It comes with pressure. It comes with fake friends. It comes with snakes. And now, according to this leak, it might have come with betrayal so deep it landed him behind bars. What's crazy is, nobody even knew he was locked up. That's what's making this whole thing so shocking. He was posting on socials just a few days ago, or at least someone was. Fans started dissecting his recent photos and stories, trying to figure out if they were pre-scheduled or managed by someone else on his team. One TikTok user went viral saying, "Look at the lighting in his last post. That's an old photo. They trying to keep up the illusion that he's free." And here's the most mind-blowing part. Just hours after the call leaked, D4vd's Instagram went dark. All stories deleted. No new posts. Nothing in his close friends. Silence. People started panicking. Even fans who were just there for the music started asking, "Where is D4vd?" Some believe he's in county. Others say it's a Fed case. Nobody knows for sure. But one thing is clear. This is not some publicity stunt. The energy is too real, too raw, too messy. And just when things seemed like they couldn't get any worse, someone dropped another bomb. A text thread. An anonymous account posted alleged screenshots between D4vd and someone labeled as N. In the messages, N is begging him not to take the fall, saying things like, "They'll believe it was you. They won't look at me. Please don't say anything." Then a voice note from D4vd, where he allegedly says, "I'd rather do time than let you go down. Just don't forget who took the hit." That post alone got over 100k likes in under an hour. So now fans are wondering, did D4vd really sacrifice himself to protect this woman? Or is he being manipulated? What makes it even more suspicious is that Neve, yes, the same stylist fans are suspecting, has gone completely ghost. Her page is gone, deactivated. No stories, no posts, no replies. Her friends aren't saying a word either. And when you search her name on Twitter, it's nothing but speculation and screenshots. This ain't just a leak anymore. This is a full-blown saga. And we're only getting started. Full-blown saga. And we're only getting started. Because right when everyone thought they had it figured out, a new voice appeared in the chaos. Someone from D4vd's camp. Someone who was there the night everything went down. And what they revealed changed the entire narrative. So boom, like we said, just when the timeline was starting to settle into the idea that D4vd might have taken a fall for love, somebody from his inner circle popped up out of nowhere and flipped the entire narrative. It was a now deleted Instagram live, only about 7 minutes long, but that was enough. The person in the video, a guy named Darius, a former security guard who used to work D4vd's tour back in February. He hadn't been seen with the team in months, so most people forgot about him. But when he hit that live button, everything got messy. Darius came on looking stressed, like he hadn't slept in days. He didn't name names directly, but the way he talked, it was clear he was saying too much without saying it all. "I've been quiet long enough," he started. David didn't deserve what happened. People in his circle did him dirty. They moved grimy, and one of them, she played both sides. Fans immediately assumed he was talking about Neve again. But Darius kept going. He said the setup wasn't just about a relationship. It was deeper than that. Something about money. Something about stolen assets. He mentioned that D4vd had discovered someone in his camp was funneling money out of the tour funds. Tens of thousands gone. Unaccounted for. He was going to cut them off, Darius said. But before he could, boom, the whole thing blew up. This was the first time fans heard anything about money being involved. Suddenly, this wasn't just heartbreak. It was betrayal in a bag. Then Darius said something that made everybody freeze. He didn't even get locked up for his own mess. It was someone else's name on the paperwork, but somehow he ended up the one in cuffs. That's all I'ma say. Now we're talking about possible identity fraud, switched names, fake witness statements, and guess what? A new theory was born. Some fans started saying D4vd might have been caught holding someone else's heat, or worse, someone else's charges. In certain counties, especially when there's federal involvement, just being in the wrong place with the wrong crew can land you behind bars. And if paperwork was twisted, it's easy to see how someone like D4vd, who was just starting to trust the industry, could get caught up. By the next morning, hashtags were trending, were free D4vid, who set up D4vd, and Neve Gate. But here's where the story really turns. A voice memo surfaces from someone claiming to be a backup dancer on D4vd's last music video set. They remained anonymous, using a distorted voice filter, but they dropped some serious tea. There was tension on set, they said. Neve and David argued heavy. He told her to stop texting someone from his past. Someone he cut off for being toxic, she told him. You can't cut off the people who helped build you. After that, everything shifted. According to The Voice, Neve and this unknown person, possibly an old friend or ex-manager, were allegedly working together to isolate D4vd. He started losing creative control, and people started getting inside his head, manipulating him emotionally. Now fans are wondering, was Neve just a pawn? Or was she pulling the strings? And speaking of emotional manipulation, here comes another twist. D4vd's mom posted a cryptic Facebook status. Yes, Facebook of all places, saying, "You raise them right, protect their gifts, and the wolves still find a way in." Then she liked several comments under the post, including one that said, "Praying for your son." People closest to us often wear the best disguises. Now the family's involved, and the plot thickens. People started reaching out to folks from D4vd's past. A couple of his old gaming friends, people who knew him before the fame, started tweeting stuff like, "Knew something was off when he switched teams last year. He stopped being himself." Another one replied, "They changed his number, locked down his socials, and started isolating him. Bro been fighting demons low-key." So now the theory becomes darker. This wasn't just a setup for clout or money. This was possibly an organized takedown. A move to silence D4vd before he exposed people stealing from him. A few TikTok investigators even brought up his unreleased track snippets. Songs where he low-key hinted at betrayal, fear, paranoia. One in particular, a now-deleted IG Live snippet, had him singing, "Fake smiles in my circle. They bite when I'm not looking. They cashin' in on my name, while my soul out here shooken." Fans are now saying he was trying to tell us something this whole time. But wait, let's not forget the core mystery. Why was he arrested in the first place? A leaked docket from Harris County popped up, showing a charge connected to obstruction and possession. The name was blurred out, but the date matched up with when D4vd disappeared from socials. Problem is, the person listed was named Daniel V, not David, not D4vd, but the timeline, birth year, and even the mugshot silhouette looked eerily similar. People now believe a fake identity might have been used, possibly by someone else in the crew. Maybe Daniel was a fall guy, maybe David was mistaken for him, or maybe he let it happen on purpose. Because guess what surfaced next? A voicemail. Yes, a voicemail, supposedly from D4vd to his sister. This one sounded raw, voice trembling, emotional, only about 15 seconds long. "Don't trip, I'm good. I made the choice. Not because I had to, but because it's what felt right. I'll be home soon. Just tell Mum it's all love." Once again, fans are split. Some say this proves he took the fall. Others say it sounds forced. One user on Reddit pointed out how the voicemail might have been edited, spliced together, possibly fake. And if it is fake, then who's behind it? Even more unsettling, a new message appeared in the comments of one of D4vd's old YouTube uploads. A random account with 0 followers posted, "The truth ain't safe in plain sight. Watch for the handler in plain clothes." Now fans are spiraling. Conspiracy theories flying left and right. Secret handlers, stolen identities. Lovers turned traitors, and somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, D4vd's just silent, no tweets, no reposts, no "yo I'm good" message, just digital darkness. His official fan club put out a message urging fans to remain respectful and patient, saying, "He will speak when the time is right." But the way the internet is moving, ain't nobody staying patient. Everybody wants answers now, and behind the scenes. Oh, it gets even messier, because guess who just popped back up? Never, not directly, not on socials, but through her friend, a wannabe influencer named Tia. Tia went live on TikTok, sipping wine, acting like she ain't trying to get involved, but then proceeded to say the most wild stuff. Look, all I'ma say is, if David wasn't trying to play both sides, none of this would have happened. When you juggle hearts, eventually one drops. She warned him. She warned him. Now fans believe Navaye saw this coming, maybe even planned it. Maybe she gave him an ultimatum. Pick her or deal with the consequences. One user commented, "This sounds like a real-life Netflix series. Someone called Tyler Perry immediately." And honestly, they're not wrong. This whole thing feels scripted, but it's real. Or at least, it feels real enough that nobody knows what's fact or fiction anymore. And now, there's whispers of a secret video. Allegedly, someone's sitting on a surveillance clip from that night. If it drops, it might clear D4vd's name, or it might destroy it for good. And just when it felt like things couldn't get more intense, someone from D4vd's past finally decides to speak. Someone who ain't been seen in almost a year. And the tea they bring, let's just say, you're not ready, so boom. When we say somebody from D4vd's past popped back up, we mean a name that had been completely silent for over a year. No tweets, no stories, no mentions in interviews. We're talking about Zay. The same Zay who was once all over D4vd's early content. Credited with producing 2 of his first viral tracks, and even rumored to be his best friend before the fame hit. Then, out of nowhere, Zay just disappeared. No explanation. Fans assumed they had a falling out. People moved on. But now Zay's back, and he came with receipts. He didn't go live. He didn't post on socials. Instead, he dropped a 4-minute voice note in a private Discord server that eventually got leaked. And when we say what Zay revealed, shook the timeline. That's not even an exaggeration. His voice was calm, but you could tell he was holding back a storm. I ain't trying to do this clout shot, but it's time people knew the truth, Zay said. David ain't where he at by accident. He'd been moving with a lot of weight on his shoulders. Too many people in his corner was just draining him. Then came the bomb. He ain't get locked up for some dumb mistake. He took that charge for somebody he thought was ride or die. I told him months ago, watch who you let ride with you. Just 'cause they smile don't mean they solid. Then he paused, like he knew what he was about to say would make the internet explode. That girl? She wasn't the only one playing him. His manager was in on it too. Boom. The timeline melted. If what Zay's saying is true, this ain't just about Nivai. This is about someone on payroll. Someone handling his money, bookings, and image. Possibly being involved in the setup. Within hours, fans pulled up receipts showing shady interactions between Nivea and D4vd's manager, Trell. All tagged posts. Subtle likes. Even a photo from March showing the 2 of them at a rooftop bar in LA. Alone. Bar in LA. Alone. The caption? Sometimes business gets personal. Nobody thought twice about it back then. But now, the whole internet's reading between the lines. What if Trell and Nivea were working together? What if D4vd started asking too many questions? What if they needed him out the way to protect something bigger? And here's where it gets even more insane. A verified fan account posted a DM from someone claiming to be a part-time assistant for Trell. In the message, the person says they overheard a call where Trell allegedly said, "Don't worry, once he's off the radar, we'll have access to everything." Everything. Like what merch rights? Music masters? Unreleased projects? One Twitter user broke it down perfectly. It's giving Taylor Swift Scooter Braun energy, but on a smaller, grimier, backdoor level. So now we have Zay pointing fingers. We have Neve ghosted. We have Trell allegedly scheming. And we got D4vd sitting somewhere, silent, locked in, no updates, while the internet builds a whole case around him. But wait, this is where the video we mentioned earlier comes in. Remember that rumored surveillance footage? Well, at around 11 PM last night, a blurred clip surfaced on a dark website forum. Yes, one of those corners of the internet. And while nothing's been confirmed, fans are convinced it shows the moment D4vd was taken by authorities. In the shaky, low-res clip, you see a man walking out of a recording studio in LA. He's calm, hoodie up. 2 people trail behind him, one of them believed to be Neve. As they reach the parking lot, 2 blacked-out SUVs pull up. Within seconds, the man is surrounded, cuffed, and placed in the back seat. Now, here's the kicker. The second person, believed to be Neve, gets in the front seat of the SUV and rides off with the agents. Fans were left screaming. Why would she ride with the feds? Was she working with them? Or was it something deeper? A new theory exploded. What if Neve was an informant? The word plant started trending. As in, what if she was placed around D4vd to keep tabs on him? Maybe someone got nervous about his rise, his influence, the money coming in, and decided to handle him. It sounds like a movie, but with everything leaking. People are believing anything. Even more disturbing, one Reddit thread uncovered an old SoundCloud song from years ago where D4vd rapped under a different alias. In the second verse, he says, "Don't let the devil in heels sit too close. She might smile while she writes your eulogy post." Fans now think he knew how dangerous the game was. He just didn't realize how close the threat really was. And then, one final twist for this part. Around 3 a.m. this morning, a new Instagram account popped up. No profile pic, no bio, the handle, Truth4D4V. It posted one thing, a blurry screenshot of a legal document, possibly a plea deal. No full names shown, but the date matches when D4vd allegedly disappeared. In the text, there's a chilling line that reads, "Defendant agrees to remain silent regarding the co-defendant in exchange for reduced sentencing." Now fans believe it's official. He made a deal. He's protecting someone. But at what cost? The caption under the post, "He ain't snitch. He sacrificed." Big difference. And now fans are angry, emotional, torn between heartbreak and rage. Because no matter how you flip this, D4vd's future is hanging in the balance. Music blogs are staying quiet. Mainstream media hasn't touched the story. But here, in the corners of fan forums and messy group chats, the truth, or whatever's left of it, is unraveling in real time. And what happens next? Well, let's just say someone else is ready to speak up. Someone who's been quiet this entire time. Someone fans never expected to say a word. D4vd's father. And when he speaks, he says everything changes. So boom, after weeks of silence, uncertainty, and digital chaos, the last person anyone expected to break the quiet finally spoke up. 4vd's father. A man fans barely knew existed. Rarely seen, never tagged, never interviewed. He'd been a shadow behind the scenes. Until now. And when he came forward, he didn't do it for clout. He didn't jump on live or drop a flashy TikTok. He released a letter, a handwritten letter, scanned and posted to a small blog that usually focuses on underground music. No fanfare, no hashtags, just a headline that read, "From a father's heart, the truth about my son." Fans didn't even believe it was real at first. But then the signature matched up to a name listed on old public records connected to D4vd's publishing. It was him, no doubt, and in that letter, he aired it all out. The opening line hit like a punch to the chest. "My son is not perfect, but he is not a criminal." From there, the words poured out like years of frustration bottled up. He talked about the pressure of fame, how fast things changed when D4vd's music took off, and how they begged him to slow down, to move smarter, to trust less, to protect himself. But the real bombshell came halfway through the letter. He confirmed that D4vd had been arrested. He confirmed that it was related to an obstruction charge tied to a larger federal investigation, and then he dropped this line that shook the internet to its core. He took a plea deal to protect someone he loves, not because they deserved it, but because he didn't want to watch another black woman get devoured by the system. Bro, that line alone sparked millions of reactions. Fans flooded Twitter and Instagram with posts like, "He took the fall for her, even when she didn't deserve it. Real love or blind loyalty? He saved her from the system, but who's saving him?" And the truth is, nobody really knows who exactly her is. The obvious answer is Neve, but others think it might have been someone else, maybe even his own sister, who's remained silent through the entire ordeal. She was close to the team, used to be involved in merch drops, and even helped run fan accounts in the early days. A few fans started connecting dots that maybe she was the one in trouble, and D4vd stepped in to take the heat. But there was more in that letter. His father also revealed something that nobody saw coming. Apparently, D4vd had been preparing to go fully independent. He was cutting ties with his management, dissolving certain contracts, and even planning to buy back the rights to some of his earliest work. He was cleaning house. And that's when the problems started. The letter said, "The moment he chose freedom, the vultures circled." According to him, the legal trouble wasn't just about one mistake. It was a response, a punishment for wanting out, and suddenly, fans started looking at this whole thing differently. Was D4vd's arrest not just a tragic accident or messy relationship fallout, but a strategic takedown? One fan tweeted, "Labels don't just let artists walk away clean, especially if money's on the line." Another posted, "He tried to escape the Matrix and they clipped his wings." Then, right on cue, a new wave of leaks hit the timeline. This time, emails allegedly between someone from his former management and a third-party PR team. In them, the manager complains about D4vd being difficult, demanding full ownership and making threats to go public. One line in particular stood out: if he wants war, he'll get one. And suddenly it's like the whole internet went cold, because now it didn't feel like a scandal, it felt like a setup, a hit job disguised as a fall from grace. And just when people were wrapping their heads around it, boom, another leak, a full jail phone call. Not just a clip, the full 27 minutes, posted anonymously to Reddit before getting ripped down in less than an hour. But people saved it. And what was in there? Heartbreaking, raw, and terrifying. In the call, D4vd sounds calm, too calm, like a man who's already accepted his fate. He says things like, "I knew they were watching me. I just didn't know who was feeding them the info." He talks about betrayal, about love, about wanting to protect the art more than himself. And then he says this: "They can take the music, the tours, the numbers, but they can't take my story. I still own that." Goosebumps fans cried listening to it. People who had clowned him weeks earlier were now apologizing publicly. TikToks were made with captions like, "He deserved better," and "When loyalty becomes your downfall," better, and "When loyalty becomes your downfall." And right when the emotions hit peak level, a glimmer of hope appeared. A tweet from D4vd's official account. The first post in weeks. Just one sentence: "I'm coming home soon." No photo, no follow-up, no context. But that was enough. Fans lit up the timeline. The comments were flooded. "We miss you. Stay strong. We got your back." Even verified artists started posting support. Some of them, people we never even knew were close to him. Kehlani tweeted, "Real one. Praying for you. See you soon." Omar Apollo reposted an old pic of them together with the caption, "Solid. Always." So what happens now? Rumors say he's set to be released within weeks. Other whispers say he might still have to do a few more months depending on what happens in court. But either way, one thing is clear. The industry tried to bury him. But D4vd, he became a legend underground. And when he comes back, this ain't gonna be the same D4vd we knew before. This will be the version that survived betrayal, silence, sacrifice, and the machine. And the craziest part, the people who tried to erase him, they're the reason his story is louder than ever. Because in the end, you can steal a man's time, you can take his money, but you can't silence the truth. And the truth is just getting started, so here we are. Weeks of chaos, betrayal, loyalty, silence, and survival, all wrapped around one name, D4vd, from a quiet leak at 2:14 a.m., to an entire fan base mobilizing like digital detectives, to people he trusted turning ghost or turning cold. And through it all, the one voice we barely heard was his. But in his silence, a story was told. A story of sacrifice, a story of ambition met with resistance, a story about how fame don't just elevate, it exposes, it twists. It pulls the real from the fake and forces people to choose sides. Was D4vd just caught in a storm of snakes and schemes? Or did he willingly step into the fire to protect someone who never would have done the same? Either way, the fans are watching, the world is waiting. And the game? It'll never be the same again. But now it's your turn. What do you believe? Was D4vd truly set up? Was Neve the mastermind or just another pawn? And what about his manager? Was this all a label-level play to silence a rising king? Drop your theories in the comments right now. Let's get this discussion going. Don't hold back. Who do you think was the real villain in this whole mess? And if you rocked with this breakdown, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. Smash subscribe so you don't miss the next wild industry twist. And turn those noties on, because the next leak might drop while you sleeping. This ain't just rap news. This is the new soap opera. And baby, we just getting started. Stay tuned, stay locked, and stay loud. We out. We out.